Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Izella. Izella, your package is on the way. Yvette, I need your information, dear. I'm going to put my email address in here. So you can send me an email, Yvette. I need your information. All right. Izella, you should check your email. You should have a tracking number. And just like that, y'all, my face is going to start looking weird in a minute because I'm starting to break out. I'm fighting it as best I can, but I'm starting to break out. I'm really hating it too. Because I think it's kind of cute. All right, y'all. Have to apologize on I think on the one I did last night. I wasn't asleep. I just wasn't feeling well. Like all this is starting to swell up. My eyes and everything got puffy because of the drainage and everything. I'm running the wrong eye. Because of the drainage and everything. So I was really swollen. My eyes were really puffy. So I wasn't asleep. I just wasn't feeling well. And in the evening it gets bad when my it can get bad. I'll say it like that. So I'm gonna talk a little lower, try not to scream, try not to yell, try not to go off and all that good stuff. Thank you so much. It's just a respiratory infection that's just lingering, and it happens when you are asthmatic. Respiratory infections, colds, all of that, they just linger. They just linger. So, but thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Some morning announcements. To think we're gonna make this one be a little, keep this one a little short, just so I can preserve my voice because I know we're probably gonna have a lot of skits to react to today. And this focus today is on Purse Gate 2025. Well, Gucci Gate. I'm calling it Gucci Gate now. Gucci Gate 2025. That bag, we knew something bad was gonna go down with that bag. We just didn't know it was gonna be like it is. So we're gonna talk about it. As of this morning, we're at 734 subscribers, so we need 266 new subscribers to hit that 1,000 mark. I think we can do it before the end of next week. My goal is to hit it by Thanksgiving. Hope is a psychopath, but her sister is not much better. I originally thought her sister Faith was like a voice of reason, but she really isn't. She's the hands. She's the hands. Hope likes to talk. Hope is like a Bethany. She likes to talk. Hey Marquisa, but Faith is the hands of the twindom. Um, we will do a midday live. I'm gonna try to take it easy today so I can do that evening live like what I was supposed to do last night. So I'm trying to be consistent with my evening lives, but sometimes it just gets a little rough, especially with me having this whatever this thing is and it's not kind of clearing out. Oh y'all, my eyes so pretty. I'm distracted by shiny things. I got pretty eyes. That pretty brown. Anyway, they'll probably change color. So if you see my eyes change color on you from ever doing a live and you see my eyes change color, why'd you get pissed? Why'd you get pissed off, Marquisa? Why'd you get pissed off? It is ironic, isn't it? Faith is the hand. So I pushed through to do my last review I did last night, and that was the one where they were all sitting at the kitchen table. That kitchen table pissed me off because that girl was trying to tell them that those girls have threatened her. And instead of them listening to her, Instead of them listening to Brooke and hearing Brooke. First of all, Brooke wasn't even talking. Let's back up there. Brooke wasn't even talking. And they pulled her into a conversation. She was no, I'm gonna go to the comments in just a second. She was pulled into a conversation that she didn't ask for. Y'all, I've been there. I've been pulled into conversations, and I love my parents, but I've been pulled into conversations that I didn't have, and I felt like I didn't have any. I didn't have a dog in that fight, right? But after being pulled into the conversation, I'm suddenly getting in trouble for what I said. But number one, I wasn't even trying to be a part of the conversation. You asked me my opinion, and because my opinion didn't align with you, you now want to make it be a disrespectful opinion when I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. You put me in it. I'm sitting here trying to mind my business and halfway ingest this stuff while I listen to y'all boast, but you put me in it. Now I'm telling you what's up. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm sharing with you what my thoughts are, because at the end of the day, this is about Brooke. Y'all know that, right? At the end of the day, all this is supposed to be about Brooke, but somewhere or another, the parents have now made it about them. They've made it about them. So let's go and check out some of the comments that we got. Hold on, I gotta open up a tab, y'all. I gotta open up a tab. Let me open up a tab. All right, I just opened up a tab. Let me share it. Okay. So we're gonna pull this. We're gonna make it do what it do. There we go. All right, so it's a nice, pretty number right there. 734. That's a pretty number. Good morning, Clarissa. How are you? We're gonna go to the comments on the stuff we were looking at. Hold on, y'all. This is my daddy calling me. Hey, daddy. Hey, everything okay? What's wrong? You miss Cedric. Hey, I'm on my live. I'm gonna call you back when I get off. Okay, give me about a half an hour. Okay, I'll call you back. Love you. Bye bye. Bye bye. My son went home to visit my parents. He surprised them with a visit this weekend. So my dad is calling telling me he ain't all right because he misses Cedric. Thank you, Clarissa. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go and look at some of these comments. Thank you, Marquisa. Thank you so much for asking them to hit the like button when they come in. Um, Cheryl, I see your comment. Did you notice that she said I'm free? I don't know if Cheryl's on here right now, but Cheryl, if you happen to catch this live on the replay, go back and look at what I said about the I'm free in my reaction I did this morning, because I did talk about that. I think I did a really good job of breaking down that reaction. It's like a 16-minute reaction, but I did a really good job breaking that thing down, like from what I really saw from the black perspective. Um, okay, Zella, I'm trying to get to your comment first. Izella, was your comment on the table, or was it on the actual? I got a lot of comments. People were upset about this, boy. Hold on, I'm just gonna go to the table and see what I come up with when I get over there. I think your comment may have been on the table. Jacqueline says, I hope and Faith are the ones bullying her and causing all the problems. Brooke is right. They have just made her situation worse. They are not hearing what she's saying. They are both sorry, excuse for parents and human beings. You don't make Bethany apologize. Right. You don't make Bethany apologize to her. That really got under my skin when he made that girl apologize to Bethany and kept saying apologize and mean it. Like, what do you want her to do? Get on the floor and lick this chick's toes or something? Jeanette says, do not apologize to Bethany. She doesn't deserve it. And she also says Bethany always butting in when Brooke speaks. Because she tries to make Brooke speaking a sign of disrespect. On there, Ayana entered the chat. Are you able to copy and paste it, Zella? Because I don't see it. Hold on. You mean on this live chat right here, right? Okay, yes. Good morning to everyone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification. You did an excellent job. Izella, that's exactly what moderators should do. What you put up top when you came in is exactly what moderators should do. It's the same thing that Marquisa is doing, the same thing that Luna is doing when she gets on. That's one of the easiest ways you can support me as a moderator is just reminding people, and also kind of like calling my attention. I don't know if you see O'Neal. Sometimes he'll call, sometimes like Nonya or Goddess London or somebody like that will call attention to him for a comment that he may have missed. Kind of call attention to it because usually moderators are gonna have like number one, number two, number three crowns anyway. So just make sure you kind of like you can kind of call that out too. You can post a question if we have a question on the floor, stuff like that, just to make sure I can see, and also gatekeep some of the trolls. So excellent job. I do appreciate it, Izella. Someone in Eden Gordon 1986 said, I agree. Brooke needs to pack her bags and call her mom and tell her she wants to live with her permanently. I don't understand what the holdup is, because at this point she's old enough to make her decision. What's up, Cynthia Wimberly? Bethany does treat them as house slaves. I don't even think Bethany treats them like it's a master slave dynamic. It's more like she kind of acts like an overseer. But you're right. She only wants them to speak when she wants them to. And then when they do, they need to agree with her. I compared the twins to Donald Trump. I sure did. So if you haven't seen that reaction of when the cousin first approaches them, check that out. Because I saw something in that. Cheryl Leggett says, did you notice how she said I'm free? Yes, I did. I noticed that. So this was on my short that I put up last night because I had to say something. When I saw that skit of them in the kitchen after they had dinner, I was like, I'm gonna have to start taking my laptop upstairs with me when I go to bed, just in case I gotta get up and do a reaction real quick. That's what I'm about to start doing because this is real. Let's see. Mully Mo says she thinks they are setting up for Destiny and her mom to move to Atlanta. I do believe that is the case because I feel like that scene is an Atlanta scene. Like that street looks like, I don't know if it's by the AU Center or if it's coming from downtown Atlanta, but going down one of those other main roads that look like Memorial or something. Oh, okay, Marquisa. Take your time, honey. Of course, Bethany just loves it. Bethany loves what she did to those girls. Bitchin' Music says, I couldn't believe my ears listening to Larry defend Bethany, demanding that Brooke apologize. For what? Poor Brooke. She looks so sad. She just can't catch a break, not even when Larry is on her side 1 minute and then on Bethany's the next. Talk about a ball of confusion, of pure hypocrisy. He doesn't make sense. Not after everything that has transpired. He's still a wimp. I really feel for Brooke. I do too. Larry is two-faced. That's my take on Larry. He's a two-faced father. Because at what point do you advocate for your kid? Denise Alsop says, Larry, you are wrong to go against your daughter and make her feel less than she is. Clap, 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 Denise Alsop. You are right. Bethany, you don't respect Brooke, but have the audacity to say what you said. Shar needs to go ahead and handle you. I can't wait because it's coming. Larry, you're a poor excuse for a dad. 1 minute you're defending Brooke, the next minute you're siding with Bethany. How is she supposed to feel not being able to express herself? Oh, she gonna get up out the house. Marquisa says, y'all know what popped up last night? It's the skit when Bethany got her tail whooped by those girls that gave me life after the kitchen. You talking about the one where she got jumped on by Crystal in the office? Is that the one? Isella says that Larry's PTSD has kicked in different form. How is that, Isella? Break it down for me a little bit. Angela says Brooke needs to live with the mom. Lindy Brown is talking about the Chase and Tiana situation. It's messy. It's messy. Yep. We're going to talk about that probably at noon with some of the Wayne stuff. Lindy Brown says, Angela, thank you so much. Yes, I will stay hydrated. I have my new water filter by Epic Water Filters. And I have a video I'm gonna drop on that today. Y'all need to get y'all one. We do have a code for Chat Club to get 15% off those filters, so I will be sharing that today. Yes, he's very indecisive. I do believe they are gonna need Brooke one day, Yvette. If I was Brooke, this is D Brown. She says, if I was Brooke, I would tell them both to kiss my black behind and walk to my mother's with my stuff. Did you hear when Bethany started talking about Brooke's legs? Mr. Mr. Roncini said when she turns 18, she's out of there. And yes, I do believe it, sir. Deborah says Larry has really gotten on my last nerve. He's now flipped the script on Brooke and joined forces against her to side with Bethany. I feel so sorry for this girl. Me too. Larry is just so happy to be on Bethany's good side. It seems like it. It does seem like it. Jeanette says, you said it. Go live with your mother. Bethany just loves it. Cheryl Leggett says, Larry is a wimp. He's flipped again. I feel so sorry for Brooke to have to live with these two. Call your mother and tell her you want to live with her. Larry calling Bethany her mom. I'm so sick of him. Me too. I'm sick of him too. Yeah, D Brown put it down. They do. That marriage is over. It's clearly over. And they can't say they holding on for the sake of the child because the child don't want them together no way. Michelle Barnes called out this interesting fact. Went the whole weekend without talking, but wants to pick on Brooke. Amazing. He only gets upset when Bethany is going in on Shara. That is true, because he was about to take them glasses out last night. Okay. So now we've kind of gone through all of that. I did title this Purse Gate, Gucci Gate 2025. And what I want to talk about is how this one thing, I love the lesson that it's teaching. Hold on, what did Marquise say? One thing my daddy has never made me and my brother do, because he knew how my mama was, but we didn't call my stepmom mama and wasn't made to do so it out right. I'm so sick of Bethany calling herself a parent, because she ain't. Brooke is not her child. And she shows that she's not her child either, just by her actions. So I think this purse is taking on a life of its own. This little Gucci bag has taken on a life of its own. And I want to show, let me see. Do I want to open up some videos? I don't think I want to show no videos right now. I want to point some stuff out that we've seen in the reactions that I've done here over the past 24, 48 hours. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now, just so we can have a talk. Y'all have a little talk. There I go. So one of the things that I picked up on this, if y'all remember back when Bethany first bought that bag, Chat Club, I think we were all in agreement that bag, I'm ashy, that bag was going to be the source of a lot of problems. That little Gucci purse was going to be the source of a lot of problems. And that Gucci purse has proven to be the source of a lot of problems. For example, the first problem, and Shara called it, Brooke wanted to take the bag to school to flex on the kids. And our mama was like, number one, she's buying you. Do you want to be bought? That's the first problem. Bethany trying to buy Brooke's affection. The bag purchased and giving as a gift was disingenuous. What Bethany thought was, well, I gave Natasha more money. She's black, and that got her on my side. Maybe if I do something similar for Brooke with something that she really wants, i.e. the bag they did not get her for Christmas, okay? That'll get her back on my side, and that'll get her to call me mom. In other words, that'll get her to humble herself back to me, and she'll pick me over Shara. That's what that bag was about. But because that bag was bought with ill intentions, it is bought nothing but discord. That bag is a source of chaos. Bethany is a chaos agent, and that bag is a source of chaos. Look at what it has wrought. Hope has been stepped up the bullying of Brooke. They harassed her with the bag on the bus. Then they turned around and stole the bag, which spun up Bethany in a whole nother way, with Bethany trying to beat Shara to the school and all that kind of stuff. Y'all remember that? It's been a source of arguments for Bethany and Larry from the moment it was purchased. Okay? And Bethany has used it against Brooke time and time again. On top of that, now we have two girls who were trying to be like the big chicks, the older kids, who were convinced by Hope and Faith to take the bag as a prank, as a dare. They were fortunate to not have to catch a felony charge, but they are now going to an alternative school. The mom now has to once again uproot her day-to-day lifestyle, what she has to do, so that now she can make sure her kids get to where they need to be in time on time so they can go to alternative school. Personally, my kids wouldn't go to alternative school. What I would do is enroll my children in virtual learning. That would be the alternative school that my kids would be in. Because as that young lady said in the skit where the cousin got beat up, they actually care about school and hoping them don't. That's what one of the little girls that got sent to alternative school, that's what she said. So you have two girls going to alternative school. Now you have a girl that's been beat up by Faith, again, all because of this Gucci bag. Now you have Faith laid up in a hospital, having to have emergency surgery because she fought a girl about her cousin, about the girl's cousin, who she was part orchestrating in them going to alternative school because of this bag. This bag that the head bully in charge, the HBIC, the head bully in charge, i.e. Bethany, purchased to manipulate Brooke. That's why I say Bethany is an agent of chaos. And that bag was a chaos tool. It was an instrument of chaos. I'm glad you're calling it for what it is. Bethany equals chaos like Trump. And part of me feels like, I don't know who produces these skits on the Bethany and Larry side. It may be Bethany, it may be Kristen. But I feel like they're telling us a message about what's going on in our society, in our political realm right now, but through this skit. They're telling that story. And I saw it last night when I watched, because I was like, it's something about the way these girls talk that really pisses me off. And I couldn't figure it out. But when you hear, when Hope and Faith are confronted, even the cousin, when they are confronted with the truth about something they have done, they twist the story. They twist the story. They tell a lie and try to convince people that the lie is the truth. The mom, Hope and them mom, believe the lie. Even though she knows better, because when she talks to them, you can clearly tell she knows better. She has a mother thing. She knows better, but she chooses to believe the lie and to co-sign the lies and the stories that her daughters tell. She knows that this was a dare. When she was in the office with the other girl's mom. And the mom was like, it's a dare. Y'all know what your kids are bad. You know what it is. The mom admitted that she knew it was a dare. She said it in the principal's office. Hope and Faith's mom. Because if the roles were reversed and they were her kids that were being sent to alternative school off of a dare that they did, she wouldn't be happy. They've taken a real life scenario, and there was somebody that was on here. I can't remember who it was. And I get the level of frustration that people have, but she was saying they need to fire this actress that plays Bethany. She needs to be gone. She needs to be fired. No, she doesn't, because she's bringing to light something. And I think it's very, I don't know if that's what they intend to do, but they were able to do it in a way to where you can look at the analogy of what we're dealing with in this country and what Brooke is dealing with. Even the principal is an agent of the chaos agent. He's being used as an instrument of chaos because he is now sending kids away to an alternative school, i.e., deportation, off of the desire of Bethany, who could not successfully utilize the police when those kids were cutting through them other people's yard and they had nothing to do with Bethany. When she called the police on them, she tried to weaponize the police to her benefit. It did not work. So now when it comes to this Gucci bag, which was stolen, which was something she should have gone to the police on, Bethany didn't. But she utilized another way to make a point and get her point across about the young black girls. What they weren't hearing last night, you see it now. I know it seems like I'm stretching, but it actually is an analogy for what you can see the elements of what we are dealing with right now in society with what we got up there. Our main agent of chaos is what I'm gonna call him, and the instruments of chaos that he uses. I know sometimes it seems like I be reaching, but I saw it last. I'm like, this girl, who does she sound like? When Hope and Faith, they do this thing where they talk over. Deborah, let me tell you something. You all right with me? Because that's something that I have thought for a minute. That's something I have thought. I'm still struggling to make it make total sense just because but I feel like we are going to find out that Bethany's hands are deeper in this than what we think. Just like with Shara's car, I think Bethany has a hand in his car not working its best because the car bill was supposed to be $2,700, not $1,700. And from what I could tell, Shara had not paid that much on that vehicle. She sure as hell hadn't paid $1,000. Not buying it. So did they only do so much and didn't fix everything else? Bethany is an agent of chaos. Nothing that she's ever done has been altruistic. Even paying for Shara's repair, there's some additional things that are going to come out of this. And in the meantime, Larry just keeps sitting back there twiddling his thumb. Every so often he grows, he lets his left testicle drop, and then the right testicle gets sucked back in up in there. On the right one drops, the left one gets sucked back in there. Nope, her car wasn't making any noise. Well, it sounded a little rough when she came to the house. And notice Shara is kind of quiet. Shara ain't saying a whole lot right now. That was another thing. The testifying in her favor. I think it's going to backfire on her, though. But more than she wants Brooke to testify in her favor, she wants Brooke to call her mama. Bethany needs her white savior ego stroked. And the way to get her savior ego stroked, is by having people show her gratitude. The ultimate stroking of her white savior ego would be Shara bowing down saying, "Thank you for getting my car fixed." Exactly. Most of the people, when they want something from him or when he does something, he wants people to thank him, to show gratitude. And right now, his base is not doing that. Like I said, Hope and Faith talking to that girl outside, to the cousin outside, and you hearing them just kind of like twisting. They're twisting the story up. The girl is telling the story like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking? You're not making any sense." Y'all have heard that before. Y'all seen it play out on the news. But more importantly, we've been saying for years that he's a bully. And these are the things that bullies do. You look at Bethany in that house, Bethany is a bully. And these are the things that bullies do. And I know these are teenagers, and it seems like a reach, it seems like a stretch. But no, it ain't a stretch. Not to me. Because I saw it and I was like, oh my God. They are actually, because excuse me, that in the Country Wayne skits, one of the things I noticed they're starting to do now, if like anything that's like mainstream media or pop culture that comes up, they'll find some way to kind of just mention it in the skit. Like they mentioned Sinners, they mentioned something happened the other week, and they mentioned that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna mention these files being released at some point. They do like a subtle mention. But have you ever thought that maybe they're giving us a bigger message beyond what we're seeing, because we just react to, oh, this is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy. But think about how we've been reacting to the stuff that's been going on in the news lately. That's the same way we're reacting to these skits. And I'm not 100% sure this is just me saying what I see when I watch it and what I've been hearing and what I've been picking up on. Dalen's mama was in the bed with one of them people and had the hat on her head. That is a metaphor. That is a huge metaphor that they slipped into a skit. They are genius. Excuse me, y'all. Like I'm getting louder, so my throat wants to act up. There's a bigger picture, always. Thank you, Marquisa, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. We got 8 people watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. But if we're doing what we think they're doing, what I think they're doing, and this purse represents so much more. It's an instrument of chaos. And we want Larry to turn against Bethany. If nothing else, divorce Bethany and go back to Shar, right? In this political climate that we're in, We want the people who keep co-signing the mess from up top to divorce themselves from the idea and from the cult. That's what I'm going to call it, from the cult. Use their brains and their common sense and their sense of decency and their sense of compassion and their sense of empathy. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Just think about it. What we want Bethany to do in her house is what we want the folks to do in our real life political environment. We want Larry to turn his back on Bethany. That's what I see, Deborah. That's what I see. And like I said, I could be reaching. I could definitely be reaching. That's it. Let's start sticking together and become a force. Was that Neo had that song? I can't remember the first, but he said, but we're a force when we're together. That's the lyric. They are, but I think they can be deprogrammed. Remember that movie I kept referencing? I don't know if it was in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker or what, but where they had the group that would take the folks and put them through this deprogramming cycle. I know it was also in Undercover Brother, but there was an older movie before that showed it in there. I don't think that he's not any good. I think he's just so stuck under Bethany. He's caught under Bethany's spell. Bethany groomed him. We've been using the term groom for a long time. Look at what has happened. We're talking about grooming politically right now on a bunch of fronts connected to our agent of chaos. Yes, it can. Marquisa says, you think Charlotte want to deal with that on top of her own personal issues? Do I think she would want to deal with it? No. Do I think she could deal with it? Yes. I think Shara may be the only person that can break the spell that Larry is under. That's what I think. I think Larry needs to be around Shara. He needs to be around his family more. I think the only reason why his family doesn't come around is because of who he's married to. But I think if they really had a real good reason to come around, they would be around more. And I think that spell would be broken. The friend, Larry's friend, I think that would break it. But I think the person that really can break it is Shara. Because Shara knows him. I think it's okay. I think the thing, Marquisa, and you ask a very good question. If that's true, why she can't get to him now? I think Shara is trying to be respectful of the marriage. Shara may have cheated on him in the past, but I think Shara is trying to be respectful of the relationship that he's in. Okay? She's not wanting to be an agent of chaos in that marriage. But as a byproduct, just based on who she is, she can't help but be an agent of chaos because she's the mother. Exactly, Deborah. She's Brooke's mom, and having the power to break Bethany's spell over Brooke, which I believe she's done it, and Bethany has helped her. I think by design is going to automatically end over there with Larry. I think Larry misses her. When he was in the military, that's what I need him to do too. He's Ella. But think when Larry was in the military, he was always gone. He was gone fighting. I think did he say he was in Desert Storm or something like that? So he was gone. I think that's where that relationship issue between them came from. He was gone. And when he came back, she'd already started doing what she was doing. And she didn't break it off. But I believe that there's enough love left between the two of them. And the fact they have this daughter, even though she's about to be grown, I think there's enough love between the two of them that they can put an end to Bethany. He doesn't. I'm telling you, that's the brainstorming part of it all. He's brainstorming. But if I were a writer and I was writing it, I would write it where Shara would be the one that would break the spell that Bethany has over him. I think she could do it. I think she's gonna have some, but I don't think she's gonna have all of them. See, when a child gets out of her parents, how she can start, he or she can start to live how they want to live. They can start doing the things they want to do. They start adulting in their own unique way. Think about you growing up. Yeah, you still have some of your parents' stuff in you. You still have some of your parents' stuff in you. But when you start adulting, the things that you thought was dumb that your parents did, you decide to live in a different way. You even conduct yourself in a different way. But see, the stuff that Bethany's doing, now she's doing it to Brooke, Marquise, and I think that's the difference. Brooke is now on the receiving end of a lot of that stuff. Brooke wasn't on the receiving end of it until Shara showed up. Telling you, Shara is a different kind of agent of chaos. So Brooke didn't start getting what she's getting from Bethany now until Shara showed up and became a more regular person in her life, i.e., a threat to Bethany on two fronts. So that's why she's attacking Brooke now. And Brooke is starting to receive the attacks. And she sees them for what they are. Whether she has a slick mouth or not, her slick mouth don't bother me, Marquisa. Her slick mouth, where does she mainly use her slick mouth? In the house when Bethany comes for her. And with the bullies, because they messing with her. Brooke don't generally just have no slick mouth, just be generally talking out the side of her mouth. That's not generally what she does. She only does that when people come for her. Now, at her cousins, yeah, she did it then. But she don't come for people bothering people. Her slick mouth don't start until people come for her. In that principal's office, she came in there humble. Both times she was in that principal's office, where it was her and the principal one-on-one and her and Hope one with the principal. She wasn't sassy mouth anything to that dude. Well, when he said he was gonna put her on the NISS, that's when she got slick in the mouth with Bethany at the table. She got slick. She was quiet. She wasn't saying nothing. They pulled her in that conversation. And then she got slick in the mouth. Because when she started saying how she felt, they cut her off and immediately started going to, oh, you're being disrespectful. Y'all asked her a question and she answering the question. You can't ask me a question and then get mad at me because of how I answered the darn question. You can't do that with me. If you ask me, hey, Yana, is the sky blue? And I say, yes, blue. Why'd you say it that way? Hell, I can't help how you took it. You say, hey, Yana, the sky is blue. I say, yes, blue. Because number one, it's obvious the sky is blue. Look out there, you can see it. That was a dumb question anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like, she don't come slick mouth until they bring it to her. And what they're calling a slick mouth on her is actually not a slick mouth. It's her taking up for herself. It's her speaking out for herself. When Bethany came in that girl's room talking to her about Isaiah and then started talking about her getting pregnant, that wasn't no slick mouth. Hold up. I'm not going to let you put this on me. What, she's supposed to just sit there and take what somebody said, oh, you're going to get pregnant. No, I'm going to stop you from speaking that over me. I have a right to stop somebody from speaking something negative over me. If you don't like the way I said, then maybe you should ease on out of that and don't come to me with this bull. Because I'm going to say it how I said. You're going to get this how I'm dishing it. This part right here. She's 17, about to be 18. She's not giving a slick mouth. I'm not offended by anything she says to people who are hurting her. When she says to Bethany, no, you shush. You ask me. This girl is almost grown. You cannot expect a 17-year-old or an 18-year-old to talk like they are 5. You cannot expect a 2-year-old, a 8-year-old to talk like she's a 3-year-old. They are living. They have experiences. They're human. Why would we need to knock Brooke back down because she's defending herself? I don't understand that, Marquisa. I just don't. And I'm gonna need some real good examples of Brooke being disrespectful and slick at the mouth when she's defending herself against people who are constantly attacking her. Now, her mama checked her in Chicago. She was right to check her in Chicago. She's bougie. She hadn't lived like those other girls have lived. She hadn't even lived like her cousin lived. I don't see it. That's it. If you don't want to hear what I got to say, just quit talking to me. Don't ask me my opinion on this conversation you having. Because when I tell you I don't have one that I want to share, I'm disrespectful then. When I share an opinion, you don't like the opinion, so that makes me disrespectful. That don't make sense. Just a thought. Well, y'all, it's 9:24. I'm trying to get ready. I got to get ready for this 9:30 skit drop. I'm gonna hop off of here so I can go let my throat rest for about 6 or 7 minutes. get me some water and lubricating and stuff, and we will be back on here live. I think we're on here live. We're gonna talk about some Tamara, and we're gonna talk about some of the other skits. I think that's what we're gonna do. But I'll be posting it around 11 o'clock. I'll be posting the waiting room. That's what I call it. The stream waiting room for the 12 o'clock live. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm out. Y'all like this video on the way out. Like it, share it, comment some more, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all at noon. All right. Bye. Oh, peace. I gotta make sure I do the peace and everything. Peace. I can't even cough, can't even laugh. Peace and a whole lot of hair grease. Something to get down here in this larynx and this, all this in here and fix this coughing because it sounds a mess. Bye, guys.